So I think that will play. I think that's going to play me well in the fight.
Does Ivan Redkach get you prepared for later down the road with Manny Pacquiao?
You know, I can't overlook him. But definitely, we wanted to fight a southpaw. We definitely wanted to fight a southpaw because we wanted our next fight. You know, is definitely going to be a southpaw. So we might as well start early.
Do you feel like Ivan will be too aggressive and you'll catch him with that knockout?
You know, that's the plan. The plan is to go in there, work smart, work behind the jab, and fight my way into the fight and land those big shots.
Now, if the WBC Spence doesn't come back, will they give you the full as far as the title as you being a champ?
No, I don't know nothing about that. I don't really know about the politics. I just know I got to come here January 25th and look good and win.
Danny, what'd you make of Terence Crawford's performance?
I didn't see it, but I heard it was a tough fight.
Yeah, it was a controversial knockdown that wasn't called. Looks like he's engaged in more of a brawl than he probably could have outboxed him, but is that someone you would look at too? It's rumored that you're going to face him?
You know, like I said before, check my resume, I'll fight anybody. As long as everything's right, everything makes sense, I'll fight anybody.
Did you hear what Tim Bradley had to say afterwards about PBC fighters?
Yeah, I seen that. I used to like Tim Bradley. I don't respect him anymore though. He ain't nothing but a top-ranked puppet who fought top-ranked fighters his whole career. He never fought no one outside of top rank. Since you so worried about come out of retirement, you a top-ranked fighter, fight Terence Crawford. It'll be easy fight to be made.
Danny, can you talk about fighting at Barclays? I know you've had a lot of fights here. And you talk about Brooklyn and all the culture, but what about this building?
Oh, this is a great building for me. I love the atmosphere here, and I just feel I got to come in here and dominate. You know, because my last couple appearances didn't go as planned. You know, very close fights, competitive fights, and I just want to get back to having this as the winning home of Danny Garcia.
And what's next after this fight? Not overlooking your opponent.
Yeah, we want the biggest fights. We want Pacquiao and Spence.
On pay-per-view?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I should have been on pay-per-view, but you know, everything comes in time.
Hey Danny, you know, I was at a round table with Bryant McIntyre, Bomac, trainer of Crawford. They mentioned, someone mentioned your name and he responded, "Who's that?" Twice. And kind of a response like he didn't know who you were.
Who is that you talking about?
Brian McIntyre, Terence Crawford's trainer.
One of his trainers.
Oh, okay, that's good for him. That's good. I mean, they know who I am. Put it that way. They know who Danny Garcia is for a long time.
Why do you think they say response like that, seeing the fact that you were in 140 and then went to 147, no different, and you know, pretty much you held the titles before Crawford went into the division?
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, they keep my name in their mouth, so apparently they worried about me and I ain't worried about them.
Danny, Bob Arum has said that only Sean Porter is considered to be like one of the top at the welterweight division, and he's not really giving you that kind of credit that you should be up there with.
But they keeping my name in their mouth, so apparently they worried about me. I'm not talking about them. They worried about me. If I'm not a top guy, why you talking about me?
All right. Good point.
If I'm not a top guy, why you got my name in your mouth? Don't talk about me. If I'm not a top guy, obviously because I'm in your head.
Now, obviously, you said before about Tim Bradley. Before you respected him, obviously he called out all the PBC fighters on Saturday at MSG. Like, why would he come up to that, you know, that answer? And why is he thinking?
You're talking about a guy who never fought outside the top rank. You're doing the same thing that Crawford did. You never fought outside the top rank. You never fought another fighter from another promotion.
Right.
So what are you talking about, bro? Like, you contradicting yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So get your facts right. It sound like he hating to me.
Right.
I know the difference between facts and hating. I used to respect Tim Bradley. You know, I thought he was a great champion, tough guy.
Right.
But, you know, I feel the same way how he feels about us. He should thank Manny Pacquiao for giving him 3 big paydays. Right. Because he can't sell.
What do you think as far as Mikey Garcia signing with the Zone? That gives you a clear path to Manny Pacquiao after you defeat Ivan Redkach?
Yeah, definitely. For sure, those are the fights we want. You know, I was wishing I was fighting the the Spence fight, but you know everything happens for a reason. And I got Red Cash in front of me. To me, this is a big fight. It's gonna be a big fight for my fans. All the fans are gonna come out and show me love, and I'm gonna come out here and give them a great performance and build up more hype for those big fights.
Now basically this is your home Barclays Center, so it's fair to say you're the king of Brooklyn.
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely the king of the Brooklyn boxing. When it comes to boxing, I'm definitely the king of the Barclays Center when it comes to boxing.
Now, Danny, you've never dodged anyone, never ducked anyone. You fought everyone. Do you ever want to get Keith Thurman or Sean Porter again, just to avenge those
Yeah,
losses?
definitely. 2 close fights that I thought I won. I thought I did enough to win both of those fights. In my heart, I felt like I won. I didn't feel like the beat man, but at the end of the day, I'll take it on paper. But I'll never accept it in my heart. I'll come back stronger, and whenever those fights come back, I'm gonna definitely avenge those.
And there's been talks of other 140 fighters moving up, possibly like Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis. Do any of those fights interest you if they go up to 147, or is your main thing just to get your titles back and fight Manny Pacquiao?
You know, whatever makes sense. Whatever makes sense. Those guys are just making them names for themselves right now. So I'm pretty sure they have some more building to do. But you know, right now they just got to keep building. And whatever happens, happens. Like I said before, if it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. That's just the way the sport is. It's just gonna happen.
Danny, how do you see February 22nd, Wilder, Fury Part 2? How do you have that playing out?
That's a tough fight. That's a tough fight because it's a tough fight because of the styles. Like the first fight, like everyone knew that Fury was gonna box real good, but can he stay away from that power? That power is unreal. That power is unreal. So if he catches them with that early, it might be over. You know, so.
How did you score the first fight?
I don't really see no heavyweight beating Wilder right now, to be honest with you.
How did you feel about the draw in the first fight?
It was close. It was close. Only because of the knockdowns, but it's gonna be tough to beat Wilder. You know, he has something inside of him that those other guys don't have. He has a big heart, so good luck to those guys.
A lot of power. A lot of power being thrown that way.
For sure.
Do you think Joshua has a chance against either Wilder or Fury if they, meet up in the near future?
You said Joshua has a
Or asking, do you think he has a chance
who?
against Wilder or Fury, the winner of that
I mean,
fight?
everyone has a chance. It's boxing, you know what I'm saying? So anybody put gloves on, you gotta give them a chance because they're putting gloves on. But it's just, I don't see no one standing up to that power right now, to be honest with you.
Danny, do you see yourself finishing your career at 147, or maybe in the future you might move up to 154?
Yeah, definitely. That's what we want to do. We want to get this fight. Then we want to fight a big fight at 147. Then we consider moving up to 154.
Is there anybody in the 154-pound division that you currently have your eyes on? Anybody that maybe you'd like to fight in that division?
Not really right now. You know, because I'm still at 147. I'm not really worried about those guys. There's a lot of talent up there for sure. So I gotta keep fighting at 147 and build my way up to 154. Like I said, I think I have two or three more fights at 147, and then we're gonna go to 154.
What was Jarrett Hurd size? 154.
What was that?
A Jarrett Hurd size 154.
What, like when I move up?
Yeah, like.
No, we gotta fight somebody a little smaller than that. But definitely we fight anybody. But for sure, man.
You wanna capture another title at 147, but like, let's say, what about the thought about unifying titles at least one more time? You had that chance with Keith Thurman, but you said you felt you won that fight. Like, would you consider moving up to 154 after unifying at 147 though?
It depends. It depends. Like I said before, it depends what makes sense. If it makes sense for me to unify, then I'll do it. But if it makes sense for me to go, if my body can't take the 147, then I just move to 154.
Danny, Bob Brown has said that he doesn't, from his sources, that Errol Spence is not coming back in 2020. You know, you're here. Let's say you take care of business January 25th. You get the Manny fight. Would you fight Crawford?
I fight anybody. Like I said before, I'm in this sport to fight the best and make money.
Right.
At the end of the day, I'm in this sport to fight the best and make money. This is what I do. Like, I already fought him for free in amateurs. So,
Right. Might as well get
show
paid
me the
on that.
money.
Right.
If you pound for pound, show me the money. Let's get this popping. But
So you don't believe that across the street stuff that he's with Top Rank and you with PBC?
If the fight makes enough money, if the fight makes enough sense, it's just like Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. They was once Top Rank, one was Premier Boxing. You feel me? And they made it happen because why? It makes sense. A lot of money. But if it don't make to split it against two fighters, it probably won't make a lot of sense unless it's generating a lot of money. And I know I'm gonna bring my money. I know I'm gonna generate my money from my side. So it's all about. At the end of the day, that's more than just fighters. I mean, I could sit up here and say anything to you. But that's big. That's more than boxing. That's politics.
Business.
Yeah, that's politics. That's something I can't control. Any fighter could come up here and say whatever, blah blah blah. Tim Bradley could say come across the pond and all this dumb shit. Bro, you know the game. No. You know the game. You never fought nobody outside the Top Rank, so obviously it wasn't enough money for you to cross over either.
No, it was rumored that there was lowball offers sent to you opposed to giving you what Amir Khan was offered.
What was Amir Khan offered? What did he get?
They said anywhere 5 to 7, while you were room to get 3.
Bro, how you get 5 to 7 million and I already beat him in his prime?
True that.
And I heard what somebody told me they offered like 3 million. Bro, I made 3 million to fight Ron Salka.
Right. And Bob
you said 3 million?
Yeah. I made a lot more than people think. Trust me. Don't believe everything you see.
How have you changed as a fighter?
Oh man, we just everything I've been through in my career is just built me up to be a stronger person. All the adversity, all the ups and downs. I feel like I had a great career. I have a great career, and it just feels like I'm just getting started all over again. So I feel good, man. I feel hungry. I changed a couple things in camp. New conditioning coach. We had a great performance at last fight. I'm eating better as a person. I just taking care of my body more. I used to eat. I mean, this is when I was unified world champion at 140. I was eating donuts. I was eating Wawa every night. Yeah, you feel me? But now
that's a Philly thing.
Not because of my loss. I changed. I just want to change as a person. You feel me? I just want to eat healthy. I want to take care of my body. I want to be a good dad. You feel me? And just grow as a person. And I think that's helping me all around the board. Just being more mature, watching what I eat, training hard, being disciplined, and being a loving father. And I think that's just serving me well right now.
What do you want to focus on in camp, training-wise?
We just got to focus on making every day count. Every day, making every day count. Train hard, work hard. Just keep doing what I do. And just biggest thing about boxing is just being mentally there. You could be in shape, but if you're not mentally ready and in there, like visualizing yourself in the ring every day at the Barclays Center, then you ain't gonna be there fighting day. So every day I step in the boxing gym, I'm thinking about being in the Barclays Center January 25th with the lights under me, and that's the type of pressure and that's the type of mindset you gotta have going into these type of fights.
What do you consider your lowest point as a fighter? What do you consider your highest point as a fighter?
I wouldn't really say. I had some great. I mean, if you talk about wins, I had some high moments. But even, the Thurman fight was a unification fight. They could have went either way. It was still a high moment. I record set the numbers, 16,500 Barclays, 5 million views. I proved that I belong here in boxing. Many people thought I won. Many people thought I lost. But it's still a controversial fight. And in my heart, I'll never accept it. But I'll accept it on paper. But I wouldn't say I had no low points. The Porter fight hurt a little bit because I felt like I won that fight too. And I wanted to be champion really bad, but I came back strong, and I'm still here. Everything I'm going through in my career is just making me stronger. Some of the greatest fighters of all times had losses. Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran. The list goes on. When you fight the best, it may happen, but it is what it is. I never imagined myself losing, but I got to deal with it. I got to come back stronger and just finish out strong.
When you look back at a Thurman.
Huh?
What about a possible fight with Floyd? You mentioned he's coming back.
I mean, if Floyd want to fight, then we fight.
Would it be boxing politics then, or would it be like, what?
No, I'm pretty sure that'd be easy to make because he's PBC, he's Al Heyman, and I'm Al Heyman, so that'll be an easy fight to make. But Floyd's enjoying his life, man. I'm just letting him enjoy his life. I'm gonna go to his club. I know that after the fight.
I came late. So my question to you is, Ivan Redcat, truly Southpaw. Is this like the way to go for a possible fight with Manny?
I feel like every move we make from here going on has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to make sense. And I feel like if we are gonna fight a big fight in April or whenever they say May, June, then we have to get ready for that now. And he's a tough fighter.
Now you say April, so you saying like Manny in April or Errol Spence in April?
You know, I know it's first quarter, end of first quarter or second quarter. I don't know who they're saying they want to fight me. So you feel me? So
but I gotta
yeah. But they keep saying it. Like Manny keeps saying it. I'm like, all right, when you gonna send the contract?
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
But then when it comes down to he wants to fight in the summertime now. So I'm like, I can't wait. The show must go on. You feel me? I wanted to fight it. I want to fight the best. You feel me? So I'm in the point of my career. I want to fight the best and give my fans great fights and make a lot of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we have to. Sometimes things change. You got to make adjustments, and this is the fight we need. This is the fight to keep the show going. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep my fans. Gotta remember me. I can't be out the ring for 2 damn years. People gonna forget about me.
I mean, you ain't been fighting on the East Coast for a minute, so
So I only fought one time this year in April. So it was only one fight for me this year. So I gotta stay active. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people might not like it, but as a fighter, you gotta stay active. In order to, you gotta remember how hard. You gotta remember to take a hit. You be out the gym for 2 years, you come back, get hit, you be like, oh shit, damn, this shit real.
Now the fight is.
I gotta keep that real feeling.
This is January 25th, and he's talking April. You can't go right back.
My mind's built for whatever.
Got you.
I'm already mentally set for that. So. We just taking it one day at a time. One day at a time. Right now it's January 25th and nothing else really to be worried about. Pac-Man said April.
Yeah.
He said Danny Garcia or Mikey Garcia, but I can't worry about that right now.
Danny, speaking about Pacquiao, how do you think he looks to you at age 40? Like, do you think he still looks pretty dangerous?
He look good.
What do you think?
Can't hate on him. He's a legend.
What did you think?
There's really not much to say about Manny Pacquiao.
But what about his last fight about Thurman? What did you make out of that? That he still beat like a very good young fighter?
I think he gave it everything he had. I really think it was one of those fights where this might be my last fight. I got to give everything I have. I don't know if you're going to have that same intensity the next time around because he gave so much, but let's see.
You talked about inactivity, not being in the ring for a while. Is that something that concerns you going into this fight?
Not really. I mean, I had good sparring. I've been sparring. My mind's been in the game. I stood in the gym. I did something I haven't done in a long time. I've been in the gym doing conditioning 2 or 3 times a week in between this fight. So my body, my muscles are still working. So I changed a few things I did. So I knew that I was going to be out for the rest of the year. So I just stood in the gym working.
When you look back at the Thurman fight, if you could have changed anything in
I just
that
win
fight,
the first round. That's it. Win the first round, then the fight is mine.
If I'm not wrong, it's 2 judges, 1 point on each judge.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, so all I had to do was win the first round. Or the second round. And
on just 2 of the cards.
Yeah, because one had me 15-13.
Not even 3 cards.
Yeah.
What, two judges.
Yeah, 1 point.
Danny, do you think Keith Thurman may have lost a few steps because he had several injuries to that right arm? He had the elbow, the wrist.
It's definitely not the same guy for his last 2 performances, but you got to ask him that.
No, absolutely. No excuses, but one thing he did say, it was a very good fight with you, but one thing he did say is that he actually fought you with a bone spur, so maybe it's safe to say that those injuries go back since even around that time.
He said the same thing about Pacquiao, that he had a broken hand. So
Didn't you hurt his arm, or was that rumored that when you punched his arm?
I know he got surgery the day after my fight.
All right, guys, let's let Danny have the rest of the